Let's get this show started!
He's got a lot of work to do at 205 pounds. That was not the case 4 months ago. 205 looks a lot different and a lot better, in all fairness, right now than it did at the beginning of the year. Blachowicz, the rematch with Reyes. It seems as though to say, I do not want to fight the heavyweights just yet. I want a 220-pound catch weight. Okay, by the way, I'll just take on the biggest darn heavyweight that there possibly is in Francis Ngannou. Look, that's a tough sell for me. That seems like you're trolling, like you're thirsty. You're out there for some kind of media attention. I think that it's just that, because you have to understand here, should he go up to heavyweight, they are going to have to vacate 205 pounds. They're not going to play this game where you bounce it back and forth. So now you're talking about the champion moving to a different weight class for a non-championship fight. That's just baffling. That's never been done. I think it's weird. And I also didn't think that it was very helpful for he or Francis to come out in this time where business is different, where the gate is different. Baseball even came out and said, 30% of our revenues is based on a live gate, and they've asked players to play this next season for 30% less to make up for it. So you look around, you can see that business is different, and then you put out emojis of cash bags. First off, you don't get a cash bag. You have a contract with the company. If you see somebody you want to fight, call it somebody you want to fight. But playing this game, and particularly playing it right now, is bad form.
I'm gonna fight with the spirit of Mao.
Hello, everybody. I have an announcement. The podcast is moving to Spotify. I signed a multi-year licensing agreement with Spotify that will start on September 1st. Starting on September 1st, the entire JRE library will be available on Spotify as well as all the other platforms. Then somewhere around the end of the year, it will become exclusive to Spotify, including the video version of the podcast. It will be the exact same show. I am not going to be an employee of Spotify. We're going to be working with the same crew doing the exact same show. The only difference will be it will now be available on the largest audio platform in the world. Nothing else will change. It will be free. It will be free to you. You just have to go to Spotify to get it. We're very excited to begin this new chapter of the JRE, and I hope you're there when we cross over. Thanks.
They don't have a choice. I took that choice from my cornerman a long time ago. I have a rule. If you want to sit in my corner, you don't stop fights. That's the rule. They know that. If you throw the towel in or you stop a fight that I'm participating in, you can walk back to the locker room by yourself and I'll never stand with you again. That's the rule. They know it. Anyone close to me knows it. I don't need any liabilities in my corner.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's willing to stop a fight while it's happening is a liability. And I don't need any liabilities. I don't need to be in the shit in a bad spot trying to battle my way out of it, worried that someone in the corner can't handle the heat. If you don't like it, then don't sit there. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like you want to stop the fight, go back to the locker room. I don't need that liability. And so I feel terrible that my corner is taking so much heat for one of my rules. And I don't run my training camp. Mark Montoya, Scott Morton, Danny Molina, James Krause, they run everything. That's the one rule and only rule I have. Anything else, they can handle. They handle the programming. They handle what we work on. They handle who the training partner's on. They do scheduling, game plans. They do it all. That's the one thing I control.
Do you think your rule is how MMA should always be?
I don't know if I would say my exact fight, but if your question is, do I think corners need to step in and stop fights? 100%. Absolutely.
Just not yours.
Just not mine. And that's the thing. I'm willing to throw in the towel and stop a fight.
I don't know about that. Dan Ige, me, man. I think he's something special, as is Edson Barboza. Barboza looked as good as ever. A man that's been around that long, you might be thinking, maybe he's getting towards the end, but no, he looked as sharp as ever. And I think he's a real problem for everyone in featherweight. And I think Dan Ige is potentially a champion at 145. I mean, I see him matching up well with Volkanovski. I see him matching up well with Max Holloway. He has the potential to beat all those people. So Dan Ige is definitely on the right track to stardom. Also, he's the assistant for the manager Ali Abdelaziz, and Ige was telling us in the fighter meetings that that's really beneficial for him because he, because Fight Week he's looking after all Ali's fighters when he's not fighting himself. Of course,
he's personally Ali's assistant.
He's personally Ali's assistant, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So he was telling us that it's really beneficial to him because he's around all these top level fighters, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Justin Gaethje, and the whole roster. There's a lot of them. And he said every time I see them through Fight Week, I see what they do, and I steal a little bit from there. And I steal a little bit from here. And he takes all the good advice. I'm like, wow, that would be very beneficial. Seeing some of the best guys in the sport, how they do it. It's in every time. I always pick something up, whether it's diet, whether it's wake up, whether it's mental preparation. So that's a very valuable tool to have.
Sonnen Jones and Francis Ngannou are kind of going after it on Twitter.
So John Jones put, bro, with all that power comes a limited amount of time it's effective. If you can't get me out within the first or second, good luck keeping up with my pace, fight IQ. I'll literally pick you apart. Agree. They put, what's your plan to defeat one of the most clever fighters in the history of the sport? Oh, easy. I'm just going to swing at his head and knock him out, said every opponent I've ever faced. Correct.
But then Ngannou did this.
Everybody do have punching power, my friend, but not my power. I hit you like this, you won't keep going. Correct. Also agree with that. From what I heard around the water cooler is John's down to do it, but he asked for an insane amount of money.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah, makes sense. But he asked for an insane amount of money, and there's no belt on the line either, so. But I know John asked for, that's why I was asking on the fight plan for a GoFundMe to get the fight done.
That'd be dope.
But I know John wants a lot of money.
Deservedly so, though. That's a badass fight. And
yeah, it's also a tough fight.
Yeah.